This video is about a code refactor, making some ugly code really nice and readable. I'm going to talk about some of the specific things I did, and then also some of the reasoning behind it. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. If not, don't watch this video. Also, I want to say that if this kind of topic is interesting to you, please actually like the video or leave me a comment. Not because I want engagement, because I actually really want to know if I should keep making videos like this when I do these kind of code quality and code cleanliness refactors. Anyway, let's get on with the show. This app I'm making, it has this kind of two-step intro process, and in this video, I'm refactoring the first step, which is the allow camera access step. This is basically a step that checks what camera access the app has, whether it's been granted access or been rejected access, and determines what it's going to show to the user. In my wireframes, you can see two cases. One is before it's even asked, where it kind of explains why it needs the access, and then it has a button that you can click to trigger the pop-up that says, will you give access? And there's also this success state where, yeah, the user said okay. And there's also other ones, but I don't have them in the wireframe. If the user says no, that should have its own visual and its own text and whatever. So this is the old version. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger here. You can see that there is a lot of sort of nesting going on here. There's an if else inside of it. There's another if else if else if. So this kind of conditional nesting is the ultimate brain killer for me. I literally will see this stuff and my brain will just turn off. There's also a bunch of there's this H stack here, and then there's a V stack here, and then another V stack within it. If you go up to the container, there's also another V stack. This V stack, H stack stuff, this is SwiftUI. You can think of it kind of like a flex box if you're familiar with that, where a H stack means horizontal stack. It's like a flex box flex box row, and then V stack is a vertical stack, which is normal. Oh, it's flex box column. Anyway, we've got a bit of that nesting, and then also just everything is all over the place. The conditionals are some of them are here, some of them are there. This video auth status is very important, and it's kind of spread out all over the place. To me, this was a painful file to work with, and I thought I could make it much better. And here is what I did. The first thing, very important to me, is to create some part of the app or some part of the file that can kind of, at a glance, tell you what this whole file is doing. In this one, you really only have one place to look. I mean, you can look at the vars, that's important, but really you just got this huge body, and you kind of have to just read it all to understand what's going on here. In this new version, I have shrunk down the body to just the concepts that are important here, which is that there is a header and there's a body. You can see that's what this is, right? This is the let me click it. This is the header, or the heading, sorry, and then this is the body. Here, we have a heading, we don't have a body. So now we know what this is responsible for. And then also importantly, both of these elements care about what the current video authorization status is. That's also important. So I find that this gives a lot of information at a glance. Now if we get into the actual these functions that return the elements, they don't just, I say elements because I'm used to web dev. They usually return views in SwiftUI. These are not just these things extracted directly into functions, because these were so tangled up that I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Now I have these switch statements, which, oh my god, this is so much better than this like if else nonsense, because now every single case is accounted for in the same place. It's like extremely clear, you know. You know that the differences between these cases and this case are just that, you know, this one has his check mark circle fill, this one's just circle, this one has a foreground style, this one doesn't. It's so, you know, clear. And then if you want to see like which one goes with which, it's really easy. You can see that if your heading is not determined, you know, you're gonna have this version of the view with this text below it. So yeah, that's good. What else? There's another thing that I find very important. This is just code style. I guess this is all code style. But for me, lines and indentation are extremely meaningful, or they can be extremely meaningful. When I am in a file where the lines and indentation are just all over the place and kind of meaningless, I get confused and I can't work with it. So here you can see we have this thing going on right here. This is like a really common pattern in all the SwiftUI like learning resources I'm using to put, to put a, what's it called? Let's put a view and then to put these properties after it. So here we have 5 lines to all describe one thing, one button. And to me, that's not good. This is one thing, so it should just be one thing. So here I have put it all into a single line. And then same thing like here, you see this, or even up here, like you see these things are indented. I've seen this a lot. I don't know, I mean, it kind of makes sense because these are properties of this, but to me, indentation should indicate a hierarchy, and I think you could make an argument for this being a hierarchy, but I don't think it's a strong argument. I think this is all one thing. These are just properties on one thing, and the hierarchy really is, you know, for something like an age stack, a parent, not properties of one thing. Anyway, that came out kind of long, but please let me know if this kind of video is interesting to you. If not, I will stop wasting my time and yours by making them. But if so, then I would be happy to share this kind of stuff more often.